sure if you're watching this, you are familiar with who I am. Just in case, I am Del from Delirium Fitness. And lately I've been thinking a lot about how to really give my clients exactly what they need while still fulfilling what they want. Some people want a lot of complex movements that are very complicated and very hard cardiovascularly. Other people need simple movements with lots of reps. And they're both important, and I'm going to explain the differences between them and why it's good to practice both. So let's take a complex movement, and then we're going to kind of deconstruct it. The complex movement that I'd like to talk about is a man maker. And I'm going to demonstrate a man maker right now, and you'll see what I'm talking about by complex. I'm grabbing 17.5 weights. I'm going to squat, put those weights right down, jump out to plank, tricep push-up. Widen my stance a little bit for my renegade rows. Jump back to that squat. Do a bicep curl, flip it. Do an overhead press, and back down. As you can see, lots of different movement in this one exercise. Now, as we deconstruct the movements, you can see why sometimes it might be good to do the more simple movements. In 1 minute, you average about 5 man makers. Whereas in 1 minute, if you were to take each of those different exercises and do them alone, you would have a ton more reps. And you could very likely get a lot more weight for the different exercises. So for instance, 1 minute of man makers, I only did 5 squats. 1 minute of just regular squats, I can get up to 25 squats with a 50-pound weight. So if you look down the row, you can see that every single one of the exercises, you're getting a ton more reps, and most of them you can get more weight. The exception here was overhead press. And the reason why is because my 10 rep max for overhead press is 20. I can get about 15 in at 17.5, but when I get up past 15, which I got 16 in, I'm at about 15 pounds. So that 10 rep max matters as well. So I was almost ripping myself off because I only got 5 squats at 17.5 in. So if I'm on leg day, I don't want to be doing man makers. I want to be doing squats. If you are on a day when you really just want to burn a ton of calories and work on your coordination, work on your agility, work on your range of motion, get that heart rate up really high, man makers is the way to go. So you have to decide, you and your trainer have to decide what your goals for that day are and decide accordingly. I know a lot of people who say, I'm bored with squats, I'm bored with bicep curls, I'm bored with this, I want something more exciting, I want to combine movements. And that's all great, but it sometimes isn't the best way to get the results you want. Sometimes you actually do need to do the man makers in order to maybe get that heart rate up or practice your coordination or practice something that may be a little bit more challenging to you. So I just wanted to point that out, that both are important, but really if you're going for that lean, muscular body, you're going to want to go with your simple movements, higher reps, heavier weights, getting as many as you can in those intervals that your trainer has given you. So with that in mind, I hope you guys have a great day, and maybe try doing this workout right here with different weights and see what you come up with.